you a lazy, undisciplined, half-assed, do enough to get by person? Or are you a disciplined extra mile person? A very personal question, of course. But is it possible that those two people are completely different and the outcome of their life is completely different? So how do you become, if you want to be if you want to have the reputation of an extra mile person who's disciplined, who gets stuff done, versus somebody who's lazy, has lots of great ideas but doesn't do anything, talks about what they're going to do and nothing ever gets done? There's obviously a difference between those two kinds of people. So what makes the difference, and can you change? Are you born as a lazy, half-assed, undisciplined person and you can't change? Are you born as an extra mile person who's disciplined and committed and focused? Or can you choose? And there's a lot of argument about that, nature versus nurture. I would like to think that you can change. If you don't want to be lazy, if you don't want to be undisciplined, if you don't want to have a reputation of being a half-assed person who doesn't get stuff done, I would like to think that you can change your reputation. And what are the consequences of both of those? So if people think that you're lazy and undisciplined and don't get stuff done, is it possible that you won't get paid as much, you won't be respected, people won't even want to be involved with you, or they won't like you? Versus if you have a reputation of being the person that gets stuff done, you are disciplined, you're committed, you're focused, you go the extra mile, is it possible that yes, you'll get paid more, you'll be respected, people will want to be involved with you, whether it's from a business perspective or a sporting perspective? I'm standing in my husband's office. Now, he's a 5th Dan black belt in martial arts. He was the Australian kickboxing champion. He's a highly accomplished martial artist. One of the things we always talk about in martial arts is having a black belt in martial arts. I would like to think is a revelation of, proof of, that you have discipline, commitment and focus. Because most people that start martial arts don't achieve a black belt. They start and they have a white belt, yellow belt, maybe green or blue belt, and then they give up. So the black belt in itself is a revelation of, a sign of somebody that's disciplined and committed. That's just one of the things that we use in business and in observation when it comes to somebody being successful. Particularly from a business perspective, we talk about money. It should never be about the money, and successful people in business have never done it for the money. But money is a really good sign that you are disciplined and focused and committed, because lazy people tend not to have very much money. Undisciplined people who don't, or only do just enough to get by, don't earn large amounts of money. They don't have success in business. So there's obviously some things to take note of. As an exercise professional, if somebody's in great shape, that's a really good sign that there's discipline in their life, because it's not easy to be fit, to be strong, to be lean, to be energetic, to have ripped abdominals or big muscles or any of those outward signs. They all take discipline. So as I always share, and this is what Romex is about every day, be healthy, fit and strong, have a career or business that you love, be financially free and have great people in your life. Could those all be a sign of either lazy, undisciplined gunner person versus extra mile, committed, focused and disciplined person? So if you're healthy, fit and strong, and you have a career or business that you love, and you are financially free, and you only accept great people in your life, which is a great sign of self-respect, are they great observations of what kind of person you are? So can you change? And that's where it becomes a really interesting question, because is it a habit forming thing? Can you get into the habit of being lazy versus can you get into the habit of being an achiever? And I would like to believe that you are not predetermined, that you can choose. So if you don't have a life that you love, if you are not healthy, fit and strong, if you don't have a career or business that you love, if you are broke, not financially free, not secure, not wealthy, and if you only have lousy, stinking, rotten people in your life, can you change? Can you change the habit? And the neuroscientists, the brain doctors, the behavioural scientists will all share that you can't get rid of a bad habit. You can just change it for a good one. So if you're in the habit of being lazy, is it possible that you could change that habit to being a person who gets stuff done? And how do you change that habit? And this is just a very simple strategy. From a very early age, I decided that every time I thought about doing it tomorrow or doing it later or putting it off to another time, that I would do it now. It was just a simple headspace change. So instead of being a procrastinator, I became a doer. But that was a choice. That didn't fall out of the sky in a pretty pink box. It was every time my headspace thinks, oh, I'll do that tomorrow, I do it straight away. So whether it's wash the car or fold the washing or get a business proposal done or make a telephone call or send a group of emails, every time I think about, oh, I'll put it off till tomorrow, I don't. I do it today, which means I've got into the habit of being a doer, not a procrastinator. And it's one of the beautiful headspaces, and this is just a personal thing I'll share with you. When I go to bed at night, I sleep really deeply, like without any stress. I just sleep beautifully because I never go to bed until everything's done. So if I think about, I'll do that tomorrow, I don't put it off until tomorrow. I do it today, which means I go to bed, sleep deep, and wake up with a fresh new day without stuff to do, because today's got other stuff to do. I don't want to have to do yesterday's stuff today. I'm sharing that with you because I deal every day with people who are lazy, uncommitted, unfocused, people who do just enough to get by. I have to deal with them every day. I'm sure that you do too. The interesting thing about those people is they're usually miserable, grumpy, depressed, angry, not very successful, don't have very much money, usually aren't very healthy, fit and strong, and usually have crappy people in their life. To me, that's just, I look at and I learn from everybody, and I love to learn from people that have a crappy life because I look at what they're doing and I don't want to do that. And it seems that group of people, it's exactly that, the process is exactly that. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do just enough to get by. I deal with this every day at the Max colleges. People say this to me. They actually say this with a straight face. I just want to do just enough to get the qualification. I just want to do just enough to get my business diploma. I want to do just enough to be able to open up a business. Well, surely that's a very interesting process. If you do just enough to get by, doesn't that mean you'll end up with just enough? You'll be just enough healthy to not die? I don't want to be not sick. I want to be healthy and energetic and lean and excited about life and wake up every day with the physical and mental health I need to do all the things that I want to do. And that doesn't come from doing just enough exercise to get by. That comes from being as fit as I possibly can be and as strong as I possibly can be. Not, I'm just going to do just enough to get by. Most people in their job do just enough to not get fired. My boss won't sack me because I arrive on time most days and I stay the whole day most days and I don't slack off too much of the time. Well, surely there's going to come a time in your life where there's one of two things. Either your boss will sack you because they've had enough of you and they find somebody else that is committed and focused. Or how do you live with yourself if you live like that? Now, I'm not talking to you personally, but if you are a half-assed person who does just enough to get by every day, how can you have career satisfaction? How can you have job satisfaction? How can you feel good about yourself when you know you could have put in more of an effort and you didn't? So the choice of that, what if you just decided today, I'm going to put 100% into everything I do and I'm going to do it today? What if that just was the simple headspace change? So when I exercise, I'm going to get puffed to 100% effort. Now, the beautiful thing about that, it's going to be really short because you can't exercise long and hard. You have to choose one or the other. And I think a lot of people quit their exercise program because they choose to do just enough to get by, which means it's really long, which means they get bored and they don't get the results that they want, so they quit their exercise program. So what if you just decided, I'm going to put in 100% effort into my exercise. I'm going to put 100% effort into my eating plan. I always have a giggle because people say, well, great results for a healthy, lean body come 80% from the kitchen and 20% from exercise, or 80% from food and only 20% from exercise. But why would you put in 80-20? Why not put 100% into your exercise, 100% into your food? If you've got a healthy, fit, strong body, could you then put 100% effort into your job, whether you like your job or not? And there's a great quote for that. Do what you love or love what you do. So if you're not doing what you love every day, love what you do. Put in 100% effort and one of two things might happen. You will end up getting paid more and the people around you will respect you more, and you'll end up loving your job because you are getting paid more and people respect you. Or if you've got personal respect, are you more likely to get out of a job that you don't like and go and do something that you do like? If you put 100% effort into your career path, your business, your job, is it more likely that you'll be financially free? And if you put 100% effort into the money that you earn, working for you. So rather than wasting money on stupid stuff, if you invest your money wisely and you put 100% effort into your financial plan, are you more likely to be wealthy, financially free, financially secure? And what about relationships? If you put in just enough into your relationship so that you don't get a divorce, or just enough so that your partner doesn't hate you, or just enough so your kids don't hate you, or just enough so your friends put up with you, first of all, what kind of person does that, and how do you even live your life like that? But if you put 100% effort into your personal relationship, if you put 100% effort into your relationship with your kids, if you put 100% effort into your relationship with the people that you work with, are you more likely to have great relationships? So the 4 things that I always bang on about: healthy, fit and strong, career or business that you love, financial freedom, security, and great relationships. Is it possible that none of those have got anything to do with anybody else? They're all to do with me. If I want to be healthy, fit and strong, I've got to put in 100% effort. If I want to have a career or business that I love, that is successful financially and spiritually, so that I feel good about myself, surely I've got to put in 100% effort. And if I want to have great relationships, surely I've got to put 100% effort into myself. So I'm the kind of person that likes being with me. I have self-respect. I like me as a person. Am I more likely to attract great people into my life? So if you are a half-assed, do just enough to get by person, I think that's really sad, and I feel sorry for the people that live their life like that, because that's the result or the outcome or the consequence of what your life's going to be like. And isn't it obvious that some people live their life with doing just enough to get by, and other people that put in 100% effort all of the time seem to have a better life? I call it live your life to the max. So if you really want to get maximum out of everything that you do, could you or should you be the person that puts in 100% effort into everything that you do? And that doesn't make you a half-assed person. That doesn't make you a just enough to get by person. That makes you a live your life to the max person. Super duper doo. How are you? Living my life to the max. Check out this office. This guy lives his life to the max, doesn't he? Look at all these trophies. Woohoo!